In today's Monster Monday, we're talking about a big walking contradiction in Dungeons & Dragons. That's right, we're talking about the Bugbear. Welcome back, fellow Game Masters. I'm Richard Quiner, and it is Monster Monday, so once again, we're going into the family of Goblinoids, and we're going to talk about the Bugbear. I called it a walking contradiction because there's a lot of points about the Bugbear's life and habits that kind of contradict each other, and it's really odd. While the goblins are like small rats, the bugbears get their name from the bear. They are huge, monstrous animals. They look like big, hairy goblins. Each one stands about 7 feet tall. When it comes to bugbear attitude and lifestyle, their strength is also their weakness, and that strength is their pure ferocity. They are violent, angry creatures, and they like to bully things around that are smaller than them, but at the same time, they like to be given more chances to be violent, which in turn leads them to be working for other people that will give them that opportunity. So you end up with plenty of bugbears being manipulated by much smarter wizards and such that will tell them to do something else, and they'll just go do it because it's good for them. The only downside of these working relationships they have with these other people or creatures in control is that they're very unreliable. When it comes to a life and death situation, the bugbears aren't going to waste their time if they're definitely going to die. So they will tend to, make deals and get out of situations that is not good for them. In a culture built around strength and ferocity, the bugbears have several beliefs, and one of those beliefs is in a god named Hrugek, who is a minor deity of war and ambush and violence, and he of course looks like a giant 12-foot tall bugbear. The main difference between goblins and bugbears and their beliefs and their connection with their god is that bugbears actually want to fight alongside Hrugek. And so, to prove their worth, they will generally try to kill as many people or things as they can in their mortal life, so their spirit or soul will go to the battlefield alongside Hrugek. And this attitude and belief system could explain why bugbears are generally so aggressive. That being said, in their lives, bugbears are generally followers. Bugbears, when they are not working for another higher power, so to speak, or for money, they'll often form war bands. Granted, these are small war bands, about 20 to 25 bugbears, following the strongest of the bunch, and these war bands will fight amongst each other in order to prove their strength and earn their place alongside Hrugek later on in life. But the interesting thing about that is bugbears will also avoid mass combat. You won't see bugbears in large, massive combat situations. They tend to keep with smaller skirmishes. But here's the part where I find these bugbears kind of funny and a little contradictory. For all the strength and ferocity that they have and claim to possess, they will also give up whatever deal they've had before if they're going to save their lives. They're very cowardly in that nature. They will run away from a fight if they know they're going to lose, or they'll try to strike a deal. And it's not too uncommon for one bugbear to make a deal with one group of people and then immediately turn and betray that first group because someone else came along who was just a little bit stronger or a little better. And that makes for an interesting scenario for game masters or dungeon masters to use, is this bugbear sense of loyalty that is really just non-existent. They will flip-flop like a coin whenever they want. Players can use that to their advantage. Dungeon masters can use that to their advantage as well. You got a lot to play with in a bugbear. And on top of that, they're a 7-foot tall, hairy goblin monster. And that is bugbears in a nutshell. I hope this taught you a little something about bugbears. Let me know in the comments below what you would do with a bugbear in your story. As always, I'm Richard Quiner. Thank you for watching.